Sunday Mass. Hey, everybody, it's January 12th, Sunday Mass, as you all know, in nomine Patri, Filii, Spiritus Sancti, for all of you out there who believe, and for those of you who don't, well, what the hell. Today, I think we find ourselves at a crossroads of crisis and compassion. The fires that are ravaging California aren't just consuming land and homes, they're upending lives and tearing through communities and leaving a profound scar on the hearts of all who are affected. In times like these, it's easy to retreat to the familiar, our beliefs, our opinions, our debates. But today I wanted to say something about a call to something higher, something greater, and that's unity, something we do on the show all the time. The flames that ravage California do not ask who you voted for, nor do they care about your religion, your politics, or the labels that we often use to divide us. Fire does not discriminate, and neither should our compassion. This is not a moment to argue about ideology. It is a moment to act, to care, and to remember to be the real human beings at the center of this tragedy. People have lost their homes, their loved ones, their sense of safety. They need our help, not our rhetoric. Words have power, and in times like these, the words we choose can either uplift or harm. When we downplay the suffering of others or use these moments to push an agenda, we only deepen the wounds. But when we speak with kindness and understanding and with a genuine desire to help, we can build bridges that lead to healing, resilience, and hope. Let us also remember that this crisis is not just about the present. These fires are a reminder of our shared responsibility to care for this earth and to address the challenges that make these disasters more frequent and severe. The choices we make today and how we support one another, how we rebuild, and how we prepare for the future. We can shape our legacy by leaving good thoughts and goodwill for generations to come. So I ask, set aside the things that divide us, look beyond the arguments, and see the people. Reach out to those in need, whether through donations, volunteer work, or simply a kind word. Let us stand together in this moment, because when we come together, we are stronger than any fire or any kind of disaster. Let us be the light in the darkness and help divide the hands and feed those who need it most. The helping hands in the rubble right now, and the voices that speak not of division, but the unity and compassion and hope. Let's keep it going, man. And I appreciate everybody in this world, in this Basherdom. It's not directed at particularly at one person, but I've been watching the coverage nonstop. I just can't help myself. And I've just seen so much political mumbo jumbo and crap, and people blaming this politician or that celebrity or this, that, or the other. These, go on Google Maps, man. Go see the extent of the damage there. I mean, this is biblical. To not get political. It's absolutely horrible thing. Anyway, I love you all, man. Thanks for joining me for Sunday Mass. It's great to see you. And who got in there first? Dave Fahrenheit 451. He upvoted. Upvote and subscribe if you like the channel, if you like being a part of a community that gives a shit like we do. Or we try to do the best we can. There's not a bad basher among us. I know that for a fact. Dave also says, congratulations to the next person up, who is Hitesh C. Number 2. Congrats at Dave Fahrenheit 451. Well, I guess he's acquiescing the basher of the day to you. Isn't that sweet? And it said 12 a.m. I fixed it. I did it so late last night because I was working on a couple of projects that I'm very negligent in getting done. Andrew Wolkowicz, Canadian $5. Looking forward to the show. Be an inspiration in others' lives. Be a blessing in others' memories. Upvote and subscribe and become a patron if you can. Thank you. And we start off with the Super Chat gong like we always do. This is the official Andrew Wolkowicz gong. Today I'm having a regular Nespresso Venezia, which is very good. I forget how good their coffee is. It's good. I know there's a lot of ads out there saying, well, the recycling, aluminum capsules, they have a recycling program, and I hope it works. I don't know the inner workings of it, but when I do use capsules, I put them in the recycling bag and I bring them to a recycling center, and I hope that helps. I really do. We can only do the best that we can, right? Until you find out that it's all a scam, and then what do you do? Andrew says 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. Can't someone sleep? I like to sleep during the day. I like to take cat naps, as you guys all know. Another long night indeed. All is right in the world, kind of, sort of. Keep a positive attitude. Listen, we can make things better. I know a bunch of people who live out there, and I'm in touch with them as much as I can be. I don't want to be too invasive because, they've got things to think about. And I just say, get in contact with me when you can. And people don't realize that while the worst of it has yet to be seen, has yet to be uncovered, we are seeing some devastating things, and the fires are not out. They say 32% contained, 11% contained. Some fires are under control, but that Palisades fire, holy man. I spent like 3 hours last night watching a guy cruise around on his electric bicycle filming the Palisades, and I cannot believe it looks like a war zone. It looks like Dresden. It looks like World War II style bombing. There's just trees and cement and brick, and there's nothing else left. I mean, it's to go down those roads and to see, steps leading up to nothing but burnt cinders, and getting into the little towns and seeing it's beautiful part of the world, overlooking the Pacific Ocean. And it's an enclave of some well-to-do homes and some small bungalows. It's a whole stretch of humanity. It's not just rich folks. It's everyday people like you and me. Some people in the upper echelon, in the lower echelon of society. I mean, fire has no discrimination. It just burns. Also, keep a cold beer and a clean ashtray. Sounds like something you need to do. Kevin Landson's number 5. Best wishes to Dirk and all the bashers. Upvote and like and subscribe to pump up the numbers for Dirk, and best channel on YouTube. Aw, that's so sweet. Yeah, listen, man, we do what we can do on this show. Listen, I watch a lot of other shows, and I gotta say that YouTube is mostly my, other than a couple of movies and a couple of series that I latch onto, my entertainment. My general watching is mostly derived from YouTube. There's a lot of channels I really, really like. And then there's a couple of channels I really scratch my head. Hey, different strokes for different folks. And some words of wisdom from our own Julian. Life is too short to tolerate nonsense. Cut out negativity and ignore gossip. Let go of fake people and their drama. Fish orange, wide eyes. The only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. Oof. That's rough. Start visualizing and believing the life you want to live. That's a great thing to think. Your strong visualization and self-belief shall take you there. It's your life, and no one else than you can change it. This is true, and I got to start thinking that way myself, Julian, because it's a bunch of things I'd like to do, and we're trying to figure out a way to do it. And today we were talking about, wouldn't it be cool if my stream on Tuesdays from Rome, and then my stream on Fridays from Florence, and it's cool things, possible ways. Maybe Croatia. Kitty Cat of the Rings. Yeah, I thought that was one that was a one take thumbnail. And Mart, yes, you were the inspiration for that. So regal. Finally, Bronson found. How funny is that? Bronson found us going, "Oh, forgive us, Bronson, for we have failed you." That's right. That's exactly. He was the inspiration for that. Listen, there's a lot of Easter eggs in those things. I don't know if I'm not going to tell what they are, but there's Easter eggs all over those thumbnails that I put in there to see if people pick up on them. And you got that. And people got, and especially in the anniversary show, I tried to get all the cats, as many as I could, the ones we all know and love so well. Hello, Bashtardos. It's 55 degrees here, and everyone is talking about taking out their winter gear. That's us. For us, that's cold. Yeah. Well, every time I've ever been in Italy and it's less than 60 degrees, I see people put parkas on, which, being a New Yorker, is hilarious because I don't own a parka. I have a winter coat that my mother got me like 25 years ago that I pull out only when it's freezing. And it's, big, bulky, double insulated thing, but it's not puffy. Yeah, so what you think about what the people in Michigan do, and Canada do, and Alaska do, and Russia do, they drink vodka. My account says, upvote and be kind to all. Hello, Bashers. Be well and happy Sunday. Cheers. One of the best guys in the whole business. It's my account. And look, $20. Thank you so much. I'm going to share something that you said to me. He sent me an email and he says, I wish I could do more. I was like, you wish you could do more. You're one of the most beautiful, wonderful people. Listen, Everybody does what they can in their own capacity, and that's all we can ask and dream for. Some people aren't in a position to help out financially, and you are very generous, just so everybody knows. But incredible acts of kindness. It could be something as simple as bringing your old clothes to a depository, or donating books, or anything like that. All of those little things make such a difference. I I had a little bit of a weepy moment this morning because I saw on the news um, that there was a depot in Los Angeles where people were bringing new underwear, new socks, clothes, coats, all kinds of things, and the amazing amount of water and little meal kits and all kinds of things like that. Because people are living, think there's 100 and some odd thousand people displaced right now. They have nowhere to live. There's staying in motels. The only people making any money right now are all the hotels. The businesses are all shot. I mean, it's the soup from supermarkets to the florist to the grooming place, and of course, I don't want to forget about the animals. And it's like, the thing I think about the most, because they don't have as big a voice as people have, And I'll put this up here again, and I want to thank everybody who contributed to the show. And we raised, $500 for them, and then Drew B gave me I got a personal shout out from him to the Pasadena Humane Organization Wildfire Relief. If you can't, that's fine too. We do things in our own way. Charity is a very, very big and broad sword, so it can be handled in so many different ways. We can only do what we can do. I don't know nobody on my show whips out their black card and shows off their mansion and talks about their big crazy deals. And my message to that person is, I want to see you write a big fat check to the Pasadena Humane.org wildfire relief, and I'll say no more. If you're gonna flaunt it, and brag about the stuff that you're so lucky to have, put your money where your mouth is. That's important. Thank you so much, Mike Callan, and I'm going to give you a big bang boom for that. That's fantastic. Thank you. Melly C, Andy M, Morgan Mindy, happy Sunday, Father Dirk, and all the bashers. Happy Sunday to you, our beautiful one. Mart, upfoot and subscribe. Happy Sunday, Dirk, and all the iBashers. Ray, yes, Bronson has revealed his true self. I'm glad you guys all caught that. That was pretty good. You don't always catch them, but you do sometimes. Happy Sunday, bashers. Cheer out to you, buddy. Dirk being fashionably late. My guess is 3:02. No, I got in at 3:01, didn't I? Sometimes I just have to make sure that everything's positioned. And my hair is so long, dude. I go into like hair and makeup before I'm ready for every show to make sure I look presentable. I need a haircut in the worst way. Look at this. Is insane. It's insane. I need a haircut so bad. How about that? That's good, right? I just haven't had a minute to go to my barber. Fergal's here. Hey, Dirk, on all the bashers. Hey, you looking great with that beautiful, look at that watch. Whoa. Oh, what? Did I come in at 3:02? Ah, well. And here, speak of the devil. Hello, bashers. I'll be popping in and out periodically in the background, lurking as my power and bandwidth at the house permits. Desperately need a break. We love you, Meme. Meme has been teetering on the evacuation zone since Tuesday. The place where she lives is right on the precipice of evacuation. She's had her car loaded, unloaded, unloaded. And then you can't keep your car loaded and go back in your house because there's all the looting that's going on there. And then she told me the other day, and this is really crazy, that the cadaver dogs were out looking for people who are missing. These numbers are just going to rise. These numbers are it's just unfathomable what's going on there right now. And when I hear somebody who I know and love and trust for so long to tell me this information, I am utterly and truly shocked by it. Cadaver dogs, because people are missing. Pop in as much as you want, honey. Armand Rago, hey, hi Ariel, happy Sunday, upvoted, and hello to all. Hello, Armand, great to see you. Great to see you. Upvote to show your respect to Dirk. Oh, thanks, buddy. No such thing as global warming, says Trump. I know, listen, it's a cult. It's a cult. And I don't, as time moves on, I don't really understand. I think politics has become a new religion of sorts. Like I said, I have a neighbor who is so fully indoctrinated into all of this crazy deep state conspiracy stuff. Politics is nothing but ego. Politics is there's no cult, there's no formula. It's all driven by ego and what's going to get them the most headlines and tweets and retweets and all that stuff. It's just a bunch of egomaniacs run rampant. And like I've said a million times about politics, that you can't even get your name on a ballot unless you spend, $100 million. That won't even get you anywhere. Close to $1 billion spent on the last U.S. election. What would $1 billion do for the people of California right now? What are we doing? What are we doing? Sunday is the day I reflect on that. Thoughts and prayers are nice, but actions and deeds are far, far better. It's just $1 billion to get somebody elected who's not going to do anything other than take away people's rights and divide people and do crazy shit. Listen, when Trump first decided to run for office, was that in 2016? Of course he's crazy and he says a lot of stuff. He's not as dumb as people think he is, but he's so egotistical, such an egomaniacal person that he just lets other people drown out his common sense that he probably does have. Annexing Canada and Greenland. These are just things that who says that? And then he's blaming everybody's blaming Gavin Newsom, and it's just Gavin Newsom is the governor of California, blaming absolutely everybody. Well, because it would never happen under his watch. Ukraine would have never happened under his watch. None of these things would happen under his watch. Meanwhile, all that guy really wants to do is wipe Putin's asses. Oh man, he would be thrilled. And but what was the alternative? I don't even know. Andy M, good day to you, Father Dirk. I can't read today. Praying for you and yours, and you as well, my friend. And Carolyn Martin's here. Beautiful message, Dirk. Thank you, darling. 1999. She's gearing up and been coordinating. This is what she's doing. She's getting her resources together and her people together to figure out a way to transport horses out of this extremely equestrian-centric part of America. People raise horses. We all know that the famous Will Rogers Ranch burned down. Incredible amounts of stables of horses and wildlife and everything from sheep to goats to cows to everything, and you name it, in the animal kingdom. And they don't have a place to return. So they're going to need to be. These are all things that are going to happen. It's inestimable how much it's going to cost. And then I think about, I'm sorry, Carol. I think let me give you a big bang boom for thank you very much for that. It was very sweet. That's a mega super chat. Mega super chat. Thank you. I think about, okay, when the dust settles, when the fires are out, what happens then? Then people are going to contact now Joe Biden put some laws into effect that are irrevocable, depending on, I guess, where you're from, about insurance companies and what they can and cannot do. Government funding to help rebuild. This is going to be years, if not a decade, in our future for those people. Their futures could happen to us at any moment too, depending on where you live. Getting the ball rolling, getting the ball started. Where are these people going to live in the interim? These are not just people that have their LA house and they'll live in the East Coast. These are people whose homes and memories and scrapbooks and bronzed shoes and pictures that were framed by their parents, birth certificates, death certificates, love letters, all kinds of memories that are just absolutely gone. And, Mimi said, because she works for the American Red Cross. She's been a volunteer for the Red Cross ever since she moved out to California. travel to all the hurricanes and tsunamis and all kinds of natural disasters. This time she's in it. This time she's part of that. She's actually not on that side. She's on the other side. She says everyone really needs to put together a kit, and the kit is medical, medication, first aid, food. Have kits ready, and also some kind of place to put all your important documents and memories that you've got a checklist. These are not things that people think about. People don't think about your disaster checklist. Maybe you don't live in a disaster area, and that's fine, but disaster can find you. California does have mudslides and fires. That's something they know about. Earthquakes, they're constantly under the threat of earthquake. But listen, global warming does exist, and with the rising tides and the melting of, I just wonder if Trump's going to try to get a hold of Greenland so he could melt it. And if that happens, guess what? See you, Manhattan. Manhattan's at sea level. I think it's 13 feet above sea level, and that's because of landfill. It was all a marsh. It's crazy. Dave Fitzsimons, lighting a candle for all the Basheristis, sending thoughts of hope and support for all those who need it. You're a legend. Fergal, today is my dad's late birthday. Happy birthday to your dad. He would have been 94 14 months ago. God bless. Yeah, my dad made it to 94 too. Wow, he would have been 94. God bless you, Fergal. Oh, that's incredible. We think of him today. I will light a candle for him and for all of the California folks. You're a legend. Andy, I'm working from home again. I love working from home. It's the greatest thing ever. I'm not going there and being abused. It looks like Gaza. It does. It looks like Gaza. It looks like Beirut in the 80s. It just looks like it's been bombed. It does not look like fire because it's so odd. Trees are still standing because they were lush, and the palm trees are still there. They're scorched, yeah, but the homes, there's no burn marks. You don't see any burn marks. You just see streets, steps, and foundations with nothing on top of them. It just looks like structures were bombed. It's unfathomable to think, like, where did all that stuff go? It's incredible. You don't really see some chart stuff, but you really got to look for it. It's I implore everybody to go on YouTube and watch a couple of things. They're unbelievable. Hi, Mimi. Thinking of you and yours. Take care and stay safe from LAC because you're the best. You're the best. I'm sure the carpetbaggers will show up in LA to offer pennies on the dollar for the properties. Yeah, well, that's another thing I can't wrap my head around. You say, let's not talk about a celebrity. Let's talk about somebody whose parents went out to California in the 20s of the last century. And then their generations, they bought their home for $4,300 in the Pacific Palisades, and they didn't knock it down and build a McMansion, but their property is now worth, $7-8 million because of where it is. Hey, I moved into this building in 1992, and this building was probably worth like $38,000. Dragon Lady bought it for $2.5 million. Things change. People relocate. People make neighborhoods. Think about Bedford-Stuyvesant in New York or Harlem. You can't get into Harlem. Harlem was like, the bad neighborhood, because people were racist. And now you can't even go near Harlem for less than $10 million. It's insane. I think about those people who that property. What is that property worth now? Until that area is rebuilt, and Emmett's got a friend who had a place in the Pacific Palisades, and I don't know the state of what his house is, but it was in the thicket of it. People built their lives, and then there's nothing left, and then you're completely reliant, unless you're very wealthy, you're completely reliant on the mercy of the insurance companies that you've been banked to. Of course, there'll be FEMA and state funding, and God knows what's going to happen with FEMA now that Donald Trump is going to be president, because, he doesn't like them. He doesn't like NATO. He doesn't like the United Nations. He doesn't like anybody who tries to fix anything. He just goes, no, you're out. Let's leave NATO. Let's leave the United Nations. Let's talked about turning the United Nations into condominiums. Oy, oy. Hey, Dirk, long time no speak. Hey, Gabari, great to see you. Thoughts on Squid? I haven't watched it yet. I did watch the first one and I enjoyed it. Paul refused to watch that show because it was way too violent. You know, for some reason, as long as there's no violence against children or animals, I can watch something. Isn't that bizarre? I'll keep asking until you check it out. I will. You know what? I will watch it. And I'm going to watch it alone because he won't watch that. I'm excited to see it. I mean, I didn't think it was going to get a second season, but I really enjoyed the first one. I mean, it was crazy. Carlos Pagi, hey, Dirk, and the Sunday Basharisti. Hope you're all safe and well. I am, and I hope you are too. And look, it's Donald. Hey, Donald, great to see you in the room. I love that picture. You look so happy and so friendly. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday. I love when a new basher came in a couple weeks ago, and he's just so visible and so happy. What a ray of light. Thank you, buddy boy. Kyle Payne, there was a huge setup outside the Rose Bowl. It was fabulous. I saw that. Incredible. You know, Pasadena, it's a beautiful, there's some very, very beautiful homes there. David Lee Roth lives there in his parents' house. It's called the Tate House. So I think it's the Tate. Is it the Tate House or the Tat House? Beautiful place. I don't know the state of that, but Pasadena and Altadena. Now, Altadena is a historically Black community where it's in the thicket of Pasadena, right outside these. It's a beautiful neighborhood, but it is traditionally and historically been an up and coming neighborhood for African American people. And they're not Hollywood stars and have their own TV series and an option on a book. These are working families. And you wouldn't believe some of the stuff I saw online. I just am amazed by people. Shut up, you jackasses. People showing their true colors in a time of tragedy. It's gross. Hey, all we Canadians go to the corner store in shorts when it's mine. Exactly, because you're from Canada. I forget who sent it to me. I'll remember it in a minute. Somebody sent me a picture of a Cybertruck in a wrap that I thought was interesting. I forget because I skimmed through the emails ahead of time. I'll show it and you'll see it. But it looked good. It was kind of baby blue. It was kind of interesting. Oh, I started at God. Be careful of things you do. Children will listen. Careful of things you say. Children will hear. Anybody know what show that's from? It's true. Careful what you say. Everybody knows. Don't forget the flip flops. No, Hitesh, listen. If you watch my show, you know. Or if you watch Fashion, please. Dirk wants to have flip flops made illegal, unless you're on the beach or at the cabana or at the pool. Men should never wear flip flops. Nobody should wear flip flops. They're gross. They're absolutely gross. And then we could talk about getting you another pair of footwear if you need to walk around in something like flip-flops, like a nice sandal. Sandals are fine. Stop showing off your lovely full head of hair. It hurts us baldies in the congregation. You know, it's so funny. I'm one of those hate streams that somebody claims that that I wear a hair system. And I'm like, it's funny. Careful of things you do. Children will listen. This one's got great glue on it. It's funny. And they insist on it. They're like, oh, his system looks better today. He must be working with the men's hair club. Whatever. Hey, I'm married bald. It's all good. Angelo Minichello, Hitesh, he's laughing. I just turned in. Did I get number one from Dave? You did. You did. I will pass it on to Shane McGee. He did get it. He got it the other day. It's your option, buddy, if you want to look through the thing and decide on who deserves it or doesn't, or you could just keep it for yourself, or Dave could. That's sad. Sad as the bottom of a coffee cup, but that's okay because I got a bottle of my drugs right next to me, and they're in recycling bottles now, 100% recycled bottles, which really thrills me. 100% recycled. It says recycle me again. Okay, is that true? I don't know. Am I being dude with Ray says United Stupidness of America? Yeah, you know, listen, there's America is an incredible place. I can't. Listen. I know I'm trying to become an expatriate and all that stuff, but I'm an American, and there's a lot of things. The Constitution is a beautiful piece of work. It's an incredible idea. It's an incredible ideal, and the people who stick to it, and the people who believe in it, the people who really can see through the lines of, listen, we had slavery, and we had all kinds of racism and misogyny when that was going on. That was written in a different time. And it needs to be updated to some degree. But I will say this about the generalization of American people is that American people are some of the friendliest. And I've traveled quite a bit, as and sorry, France, I don't have any very many French bashers, but I love France. Don't get me wrong. It's beautiful. Paris is the most beautiful city in the world. But you go to certain countries. America is one of the friendliest places in the whole world. And even like when people love to talk about how racist people are in the South, but the Southern hospitality is an actual thing. It's like the Irish. The Irish are extremely hospitable people. It's the land of the welcomes, as they say. America is made up of so many different people. It's a land of immigration. People forget that. It's a land of all different cultures. There are no Americans. We murdered them all. Those are the Native Americans. Americans now are white people, black people, Spanish people, all kinds of religions, Muslims and Jews and Christians and everybody. And for the most part, everybody gets along until one jackass comes out of the woodwork and just starts to ruin it for everybody else. But listen, we're going through, well, look, listen, Italy, as my mother used to say, Italy. They voted in a fascist woman. She's part of the fascist party. Russia doesn't get to vote. They think that they do. Talk about rigged elections. That guy's president forever. People get sick of things and then they believe what people say. And they think, like that make America great again thing. America is great. It is for people who do good things, people who work hard, people who own their own businesses, people who strive to make America, the land, live up to the Constitution and all those great things. We do have a problem with firearms. We have a problem with people don't know how to respect them. I think you should have the right to own a gun. I don't think you should have the right to have an AK-47. I think that's just to mow down people in a line when you're at war. I just don't understand that. It needs to be amended so those kind of weapons are not available to regular people. There's no reason to have that. You should have a shotgun for your hunting if you do that, which I wish you wouldn't, or a handgun to protect yourself because, we've got crime here, especially in big cities. I don't think any reasonable person wants to take that right away from people, but I think any reasonable person shouldn't think that automatic weapons are semi-automatic. I understand, but it's semantics because there's bump stocks and ways to make these things. Listen, you can go on YouTube like Angelo did. Not Angelo. What's his name? Sorry. No offense, Angelo. What's his name? Luigi did. And he 3D printed a gun with a silencer on it. He 3D printed a gun. Incredible what you can do. I guess you could do that in Europe now. Guns are illegal and you can't own a gun in most European countries, right? I think Trump thinks he's playing Risk. Listen, I don't think he's highly intelligent, but I don't think he's stupid, but I don't think he's smart enough to play Risk. That is a game for smarty guys. I really do. Hitesh, why does the LA fire seem so close to the... Yeah. Well, you just can't believe that a paradise like that, like Hawaii, and maybe has friends there too. This is what really freaks you out. All that ocean water, you can't pump salinated water. It's just a bad thing for fires. Mike Callan says Trump is a moron. Yeah, he is. He's totally a moron. Mimi says, number one piece of advice, scan all your important documents, insurance, birth certificates, passports, bank accounts, etc., and put them on a flash drive or a thumb drive. There you go. Words of wisdom. Send one copy to an out-of-state relative. Put another copy in your safe deposit. Everybody should get one of those little, little safes, or have a safe deposit box. Like, people keep their watches, their timepieces. I'm wearing my Woodstock watch today, courtesy of the Melly C, Andy M, Mark and Mindy gang. Put all your watches and stuff, your passports. My old manager Ray used to say he kept his passport in a lockbox at the bank, and I always thought that was crazy. But now I have one of those. I have one of these things. My wallet here. I don't know where my wallet is. That's bad, right? To not know where your wallet is. Anyway, this America now gives you this little credit card. It's not a credit card, but it looks like it's your passport. So I keep that, and I keep the other one in the lockbox. And I did scan them. My beloved Mini Cooper got reversed into yesterday while it was parked. Oh no! Whoa! Eesh. Oh, I'm sorry, Fergal. Oh, you witnessed it. Did you park it and you were on your way to go get some? Were you at the store and you're coming out from the shops and you saw it happening? Oh boy, that's so scary. Oh, we're so sorry. Oh, Emmett's a Mini Cooper guy too. They're great. They're great cars, aren't they? And they're BMWs now, right? If I'm not incorrect. Well, let's just hope that everything gets covered and it gets back to you safe and sound and fully repaired. Carolyn Martin, mudslides will be the next issue for California. It can be overwhelming. So all one can do is take it moment by moment and do what they can. That's all we can do at this time. And if you have any kind of resources, even if you could tell a friend about a resource, even if you like I'm doing right here, here's a resource for you. And here's another resource for anybody else. This is the American Red Cross. If you want to volunteer your time, if you're in the area or you can help, this is the link for the American Red Cross for the Los Angeles ways to donate and ways to volunteer. It's all good. But I'll keep that one on the screen most of all because that's the one that's dearest to my heart. Everybody does what they can. Mimi says, scan your family photos, take pictures of your artwork and your heirlooms. This is my number one disaster preparedness advice. And she would know. Andy M says, working from home in the practice room studio, not church background. Oh, I didn't do, sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't do that today. Yeah. Isn't that funny? I can't think of everything. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's true. I should have changed that. I didn't. I don't know why I didn't even think of it today. I got other stuff on my mind, I guess. This is not only for people in California. This is for anybody at risk of natural disaster. Or listen, a bunch of new a bunch of new natural disasters are probably going to happen because of what we're doing to this earth. There's too many people and we're using up too many of our resources and we're depleting them and destroying them. What do you think Trump wants with Greenland? All the resources that are there. But do we need any more? Oh, boy. Andrew, unfortunately, there are reports of people offering like $180,000 for land where it was for me. Yeah, that's exactly true, Kyle. Exactly true. And I like your new thumbnail. Yeah. People need to just stay firm, and those properties will go back up. Of course, real estate is not commensurate with real life in any way, shape, or form. Like I live in a big old walk-up building. It's built in the 1919 or whatever it was built, and for it to be worth over $2 million is just ludicrous. It's just where people want to live, and people want to knock things down and build McMansions and all that stuff. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. Andrew says, I'm surprised they were offering that much. I can't believe that any scumbag would be out there offering anybody right now. They should just. They are saying how using salt water is going to impact plants and animals. I know there is no choice. Yeah. You can't do it because it actually kind of destroys the earth can't recover. I watched a scientist talk about it yesterday. He says it sounds like a great solution. Like there's a very famous restaurant in Malibu called Moon Shadows, which is no longer here. It's a place where I've been, Mimi's been, everybody's been 1,000 times. I don't live out there, but I've been there. It's famous. It's been there since the 60s. They're right on the beach, but the fire crossed the PCH and it burnt it down to the ground. Now, was there a way for them to have some kind of pump to pump in? Yes, they could have done that, but it would destroy the ecosystem. It's just, yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. Yeah. The technology to desalinate seawater into freshwater has been around for decades. Why have they not been doing this on a larger scale? That's a good question too. Yeah, like why doesn't California use their biggest resource and have big desalination plants just for wildfires? It's a really great question. It's a very, very fair question. Yeah. Lahaina Paradise, our beloved Altadena matched them and then some. Yeah. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Carolyn Mimi says, I saw a video of that and I'm not exactly sure where they were dropping these, probably closer to the Palisades. They're not dropping ocean mortar here. I will follow up on all of this. Okay, great. Thanks, Mimi. Mimi's in the Altadena area. Yeah, sort of. Eaton Fire. Yeah, she's right on the cusp of it. Right on the cusp of it. And Altadena is pretty much no more, you know. I am here. I am living it. Happening to our friends and businesses who have lost their houses. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, boy. This goes to show you how I ramble on. Ramble on. The time is now. Sing my song. She got it. Into the Woods. Careful of things you say. Children will listen. Careful of things you do. Children will hear. It's a beautiful score. It's one of Sondheim's most musical. Because, you know, he's got crazy stuff like, could it be? Yes, it could. Something's coming. It's got a lot of crazy lyrics smooshed into one bar. But Jocelyn, the beautiful Jocelyn Bittenbender, thanks. Thoughts to you, Mimi. Oh, you're the best. Flip-flops should only be worn when using public shower. I agree. I just don't want to see them in public. Flip-flops, I've been trying to get them banned on Watch Fashion Police, but I've got no pull. I've got no pull at all. Let's see what happens later on. And Mimi says, Dirk has all my info if you want to contact me directly about anything. I know you were trying to help with the horses. We need it. Yeah. Yeah, she is. She's out there. She's connected too, Mimi. She's very, very connected. And I sent her a link. She already knew about it. So a link I saw about a couple of people that were transporting horses, and I'm grateful. Thanks for that. I'm sure you all have a direct line on organizations and people that need help. If you want to come straight to the individual's boots on the ground, I can put you in touch. If anybody just, yeah, I saw the huge DC-10, and I'm really proud that you knew what that was, Meme. Because, you know, there's very few DC-10s left, and I'm an aircraft, weirdo. So I'm obsessed with all kinds of aircraft, and DC-10s are so few. There's very few of them left. But when I saw them, why are they not using? Go to the desert. Go grab all those 747s and all those DC-10s and L-1011s. Put them back in the sky to be the heroes. Listen, I cannot say enough about what kind of heroes we have in California right now. I've been watching these maestros conducting these symphonies, putting out these fires. It is the most incredibly precise and magical thing. It's incredible. And I saw the DC-10 too, and I was like, wow, because these planes are so huge, they could carry so much. Instead of people, it's water. Incredible. Yeah, that was incredible. Yeah. Donald says, don't forget USA. It is not only America. From Canada to Patagonia, it's America. It's the Americas. Indeed, it is. But what does Donald Trump want to do? He wants to do the Gulf of America. Yeah, that's not going to work. Who's going to redraw that? Rand McNally is going to tell you to go to hell. You know, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Angela says, in response to Trump, Canada gets the top half of the United States and Alaska. Mexico gets the bottom half, and Hawaii, healthcare for all. Ba-dum-bum. Andy M says, you need a caffeine drip, constant, perfect dosage, the perfect high, no lows. Yeah, that's me. Well, I've got my Coke now, so that was a triple espresso. So, like, one of these days, there's gonna be a message on my show that Dirk had a massive heart attack because I've never done cocaine, but I do a lot of coffee. He was our number one issue as we recover and rebuild. Why are our power lines not buried underground? Expense SCE has a lot to answer. I don't know what that means. SCE, is that Southern whatever? Nobody knows those acronyms mean, so spell it out. What does that mean exactly? I would imagine. Why aren't the power lines underground? Who knows? Ray says, Nick Sisto, I'm calm, not blind nor deaf. I'm not American bashing. I'm stating the obvious. Okay. Did I miss that? Ray, why don't you calm down with all the American bashing? This isn't a Sheen's channel. Yeah. Listen, I'm American, you know. I'm American. That was Queensryche did Operation Mindcrime 2, and it was after the band fell apart and all the main guy was already out of the band, but Jeff Tate wrote a sequel to arguably their greatest album. And there was a song on it called I'm American. And it's a great song. The record's not great, But I'm American was a great song. So every time I hear that, I think, I'm American, I'm American, I'm American. He's got a very, very stylized voice, Jeff. And I was very good at copying him. Yeah. Listen, Nick, it's hard because people don't realize, it's easy to bash America. It's very easy because we have very polarizing politics. But I can't stress enough how beautiful the majority of the American people are, and how much they want to help and how much they do help. It's true. It's very easy to bash. It's very easy, but you're not going to find that here for me. There's a lot of things I'd like to fix. There's a lot of things I'd like to fix in the world. From the outside, I'm sure it just looks like a bunch of arrogant, rich, fat jackasses. I'm sure it does. Listen, there's a lot of things wrong here, but there are a lot of things right too. And I hope that the people, and as we get over what we're about to endure, I mean, I can only pray for the best. I can only pray for the best. That's all I can do. Yeah. I don't know. The power lines, in my opinion, caused the Eaton fire. Our neighbors have video of it happening that are now with Cal Fire for investigation. CFI. Okay, it's interesting. I want people to understand this was a historical event. We've had crazy winds before. This was a major hurricane without the water. It was a fire cane. I think you just came up with a new term. There were tornadoes. My patio furniture was picked up and laid down flat across the property. She told me about this glass table. She has this big glass table out on her patio, and it was just completely separated from the furniture, and the glass, it didn't even break, but it was moved yards away, which is crazy. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Space Ace says, at first was disappointed what he said about Greenland. However, what if strategically by saying he's now first in line was necessary, since other more hostile countries are already scoping out that area? Oh, you mean like Putin's trying to get a hold of, is he out for Greenland too? Because let's face it, at the end of the day, that's maybe China. Because those are the three countries that could end the world, as we all know. If somebody was dumb enough, it's ridiculous that we actually have something that can destroy the entire planet. We're looking for, and my favorite thing is, SETI and looking for extraterrestrial life and all that stuff. They don't want anything to do with us because we're on the cusp of that stuff. It's just crazy. The PM of Greenland said he's open to new investors. Yeah, well, investing, China owns the United States right now. We're in so much debt to them because of all the investing. It's crazy. There's plenty of room for investing in a country. Yeah, the Pacific Ocean is 20 yards away from Malibu and 200 yards from Palisades. Water everywhere. Yeah, but it's water everywhere, and all the boards did shrink. Water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. And I only know that because I'm an Iron Maiden fan, not because I'm a smarty pants. Yeah, the rhyme of the ancient mariner. Property values are a reflection of the destruction of value of flat currency. There you go. And there's all the currencies that by our respective governments. Indeed. I use saline water and vinegar on my drive in the summer, and the weeds keep coming back if I stop. Yeah. It kills everything. Absolutely kills everything. Vinegar is bad too. It's horrific. I didn't see this. John Doe. What about Mel Gibson doing a Joe Rogan podcast without him knowing his house was on fire? Great interview. Fascinating guy. I have problems with Joe Rogan. He's a flip-flopper, and I want to like him, and I have liked him, and I've disliked a lot of the things that he said. I really, towards the end of the electoral cycle, I think he really moved a lot of people in the wrong direction. And I think I called him a blowhard once and I took it back. And I think I don't think he's the deepest thinker in the whole wide world. I think I called him a meathead once too, and I took that back as well. While I don't think he's an idiot by any stretch of the imagination, I don't think he's one of the great thinkers, but he's got a really big platform. The great thinkers don't have the Neil deGrasse Tysons and that those kind of people don't have the floor, so to speak, but somebody like Joe Rogan does. And he's obsessed with Elon Musk. He loves him. And while Elon Musk has done an incredible amount of work, I don't want him in politics in any way, shape, or form. Stick to the tech, man. People should know their lane, you know. Oh, I might get on. I pop aspirin every night, you know. Donald Caring loves Queensryche. Me too. So does Mimi. Mimi and I have lots of Queensryche stories. Lots and lots and lots of them. Somewhere on my hard drive, I have a picture of me, Mimi, and Jeff Tate. I think it was the Rage for Order tour at the Nassau Coliseum. Somewhere. I'll pull those out one day when I do like a Metal Mondays, when that gets really running. I'll pull that stuff out. Yeah. What's your favorite Queensryche album, Donald? Mine is Rage for Order. I think I speak for Meme too. We love all that stuff. Though I do have like 20 copies of The Warning because that record changed my life. Really did. Only thing Ray Ray said was the Palisades look like Gaza. Don't see that. No, I don't know. I'm not paying attention. Dio was Dr. X on that. He was. You think you got the freight? Widen out your game. Great. That's the song called The Chase. I'm a Queensryche and Dio nerd, Kyle. That's like those are my go-tos. But yeah, he did a great job. There's a video for it too. Yeah, Dio was Dr. X. It was pretty cool. That record wasn't terrible. It wasn't really terrible. SCE is Southern Cal Edison. There you go. Cal Edison. That means the power company. So for all of you out there, Southern Cal. So it's like whomever is your supplier for power. That's what that is. Oh, I like Mel Gibson. I know Mel Gibson said a lot of stupid shit and he's done a lot of stupid stuff. I like him as an artist and he's a terrific actor. He was one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life. You know, he's a get off my lawn kind of guy, and he's extremely Vatican I Catholic. You know, he said some terrible stuff. He's done some terrible things. And do I think he's a bad guy? I don't. I just think people make mistakes and say stupid stuff once in a while. And I don't think he's got a bad heart. You know, his kids love him, you know, and that's important. Rage for Order and Minecraft are my faves. For me, yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I'll pick those two also. When it comes to fires in California, the big utilities SDG&E, PG&E, SCE don't exactly have the best track records. Well, Con Edison in New York has a terrible track record too. Why not run the majority of power lines through a pipeline? That way, if the wind blows trees into the pipeline, it could take a thing like. I agree, and so does Meme, and she get on her team. Mel Gibson was one of the first to get canceled over a drunken rant. Too much of a punishment. Yeah, well, because his rant was anti-Semitic. You know, I mean, that's why, and people were just like, yeah. And then he did the thing with the mother of his daughter, and he's made a couple things, but you know, Mel has always had a problem with booze. Mel's had a problem with booze, and loose lips sink ships. You know, people, you know, when you're drunk or high, people are going to say stupid stuff. They always do. It gives you like, you know, I don't believe that it reveals the truth about people. I don't believe that. I think people make mistakes when they drink and are on drugs. I don't think people, that's really, that's the truth serum. I've never believed that. You know, Mimi says, hey, my friends all wanted Jeff Tate at the AC/DC after party platinum presentations. I scammed him there, almost got fired. It was a good story though. And he was very, very odd. Mel Sugar Tits Gibson. Yeah. His father runs the Gibsonites, a very strict Roman Catholic. Anybody who's in a sect needs to go to hell. Sects are just like SECTS. Sects are very, very stupid. Anything that's crazy like that. Anyway, screw all that. You know what it's time for? It's time for the Gallery of Bashtards. Let's have a little bit of fun now. Enjoying each other and the things that make our lives better. And that is the Gallery. The
Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
This is from Melly C, and she says, cat fight. Oh man, look at that. What is going on there? Look at this. They're in full swing motion. Look at that. Holy crap. And look at the shadow in the back. And it's on top of a door. It's an aerial cat fight. It's a high wire cat fight. Oh boy. Who got knocked off first? Oh man. That's crazy shot. That's got to go in the pantheon of greats. Wow. I just realized that's on the top of a door. I hope nobody got injured because, cats fall well, but still. Andrew Wolkowicz, the look I get when I get home late. Oh, Andrew. Well, at least, can I just tell you, I wish I had that look when I came home. I wish I had it. Now I get no look. I get nothing. Oh, beautiful baby. At 3:31 in the morning. What were you doing out at 3:31 in the morning? You bad Andrew. Bad Andrew. Your kitties were waiting for you. Look at you, baby. Thought you drank at home. Were you out carousing? Don't carouse. Cat memes. These are great. Angela sent me a bunch of cat memes. They're good. This is great. Concerts at 7 and we have box seats. That's pretty good. That might be good for Tuesday's next thumbnail. It's from Kyle. Let me see who this is. This is Kyle, right? Yeah, Kyle. Sunday Mass will be the first full moon of 2025. On Monday, I have to break out my Longines Master Collection moon phase. This is a very attractive watch. We're all big fans of Longines here on the iBashers network. And that is beautiful. Who doesn't love a moon face? Kyle, that is gorgeous. Oh, crown's open. Crown's open. Open crown. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Longines, man. One of these days, I'm going to go Longines. I love Longines. Such an historical brand, too. And that, I would imagine, is on the deployant, too. Wow, that is so pretty, man. Wow. More shots of that when you can, Kyle. That's a gorgeous watch. I'm not familiar with that model. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. You're beautiful. Remember that guy? Oh, God, was he annoying? You're beautiful. I don't remember his name, but it was all over the radio in the American radio waves. And we've got some beautiful art from our very own Julian. Let's step inside the gallery of Julian. Wow. How in the world? I don't know what you're doing there. It's nuts. It's an apparition of orchids. Wow. Huh. Wow. He's in the shadows. That's for you, Donald. Oh, wow. That's cool. How did you make that look so shimmery? And it looks like it's made out of, her skirt's made out of metal. Well, actually, it looks like she's made out of metal. I don't know. His techniques are crazy. Oh, wow. It's a vitrine with a picture in it. It's a Spagliato with Prosecco in it. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. I love stained glass of any kind. The house I grew up in had stained glass in the living room and the dining room. And when my parents sold their house, my brother had to go back there for some reason, like the next year, and they got rid of all the stained glass. And he said, "Why did you do that?" And they said, "We couldn't see out the windows." Oof. Wow. Look at that. So many textures, Julian. Wow. Sometimes I just don't know what I'm looking at, and then when I finally get it, I'm amazed by it. Oh, I love that tile. If I was to redo a kitchen and bathroom, I would do that cobalt tile. I love it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful shot. Great color. Oh, see, I see, and like instantly, I can't tell what that is. Is that an elevator bank and a wood beam, or I see, or am I looking through a window frame? See, I can't tell. That's the thing with Julian's work. It's very hard to discern what it. It's amazing though. Look at that. Is there musical notes on the wall? That's what that looks like to me. Crazy, Julian. Thank you so very much for your beautiful work. Thank you. We appreciate it. Next up is Daniel Gutierrez. Oh, good news, Dirk. I got my new strap in the mail yesterday. See below. Can't wait to go to the AT and put it onto Speedy. You could put it. Oh, you're going to go to the AD to take the thing off. Okay, well, that's cool. The gallery. Oh, okay. Here's a picture of it. Oh, great. Drew didn't get his yet because the one he picked was out of stock. So, oh, look at that. How nice is that? Congratulations on your new. Okay. Very nice. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. It's going to look great on your Speedy. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're going to have the whole. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's going to be great. That is going to be great. That's nice that they send you a little note. Cheers, Adrian. Okay. He's running his business, right? I did write to them and they said it might be out of stock forever, but they'll let me know for Drew's because Drew wanted the one that looked like the No Time to Die. Drew, I'm happy to send you a different one if you want to pick another one. If you don't want to wait any longer, you're a very patient person, I know. But thank you for that. Hey, guess who's got his intranet back on the web? It is the incomparable Martin Bronson. And what is he doing? He's stealing some stuff from the bin. Uh-oh, what's in the bin? God, is he a big cat? Oh, man. Look at that. Oh, no. That's just too much. That's just too much. Oh, sleepy. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Some DeLorean action. Made in Ireland. Cool. That's very cool. I sat in one of those once. It's very Spartan inside. It's very Spartan thing inside. Chris Boyd, Poppy is resting up and doing well after her operation. You know, she got fixed this week. So we love you, Poppy. She sacked out on the couch. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, rest well, honey. It'll all be okay. When I fixed Dinga, my dog that left me in 2008, I often thought about, did I deny her mommydom? But she got 17 years on this planet Earth, as will, at the very least, Poppy. Thank you for sharing that. She's beautiful. We love her here at the iBashers. Thank you, Chris. He's given us a little insight on house pricing. I bought my three-bedroom semi-detached house in 2003 for £61,000. On the market now for $149,500. My house was built in 1967. New buyers are going for new builds. The problem is getting a mortgage. Banks aren't lending. If you get a mortgage, it could be up to 35 to 40 years. Yeah, that's in Northern Ireland. All the best, Chris. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like if I owned a home that's like I always worried they're going to knock my parents' house down because they knocked my neighbor's house down, which was far more beautiful than ours. Yeah, they just want the land because they want to maximize it and build like ugly like mansions and stuff. Andrew says Morgana on the blanket looking quite peaceful and beautiful. We love her. Oh, somebody's under the blanket though. I see that. Is that Senor? Who's under the blanket? Oh boy, you kids are crazy. You crazy kids. Oh, Olive's under the blanket. Okay. And Ray. Well, listen, look what a beautiful way to end the Gallery Bastards and close out the show today is with an Irish rainbow. And on the other side of that rainbow, I hope all your dreams and wishes come true. Beautiful. I'm going to take that picture, throw it in Photoshop, and get that wire out of there. Because the picture's too nice to have the wire obscuring it. I have the ability to do that. That's the Gallery of Bastards, my dearest.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots that sublime me absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Mimi says to John Doe at Moonshadows, my friend Melody was the bartender there. Oh, yeah, R.I.P. Moonshadows. Yeah, they'll rebuild. I mean, it was, kind of a shack on the beach. I mean, they're going to have a lesser hard of a time than everybody else, maybe. Who knows? Where's the blue Cybertruck? Wait a second. I had it. Oh, wait, there's more. Oh, I didn't realize this, guys. There's more pictures. Fergal just sent me one. Oh, he got an ink block for Louise. Hold on. Let me grab this. Look at that. It's a precise. And where is the blue Cybertruck? You sent it to me, and I didn't present it. Let me go find that real quick. Hitesh. I wanted Angela to see it. I don't know why I didn't pull that up. It happens. Let me pull this off. That's cool, huh? A precise, spelled funny, water safe ink block anti-magnetic. Man, vintage is my soul, baby. That is quite beautiful. Thanks, kiddo. Let me go find Hitesh's. Where the hell did that go? I had it. Oh, here it is. Oh, wait, it's a link. That's why. How did you present a link to me? Now, how come it shows up? But here it is. Look at that. It looks cool in that color, huh? Those LED. I got to say something about LED lights. I have track lighting kind of. It's not really track lighting. It's an IKEA light. I've had it for 30 years, and it has halogen lights. The halogen are very soft and yellow, and I replaced them with LED, and man, they hurt my soul. But when you see one of these things coming down the lane, man, it's the brightest headlights I've ever seen in my life. It's crazy town. Absolutely crazy town. Crazy. The blue Cybertruck was me. I'll keep it. I'll keep it number one. Oh, yeah. Keep your number one. I'll send it to you. Andy M says, I've met Mel a few times through my work, and he's always been very nice, down to earth, incredibly polite. Yeah. I mean, that's what most people say. No one got hurt. Mindy loves rough play. Wow. Gosh. I just feel so bad for him. Box seats. You love it. I know you, because you're the king of the boxes. Yes, had the crown open to get the perfect shot. Oh, he did it on purpose. Okay. Lovely. We all know she loves her long jeans. James Blunt. Of course you knew that off the top of your head. No watches were harmed in this photo shoot. Now you know, Andrew, he did it on purpose. If you can find it, Tim is an old film. I've seen Tim and Gallipoli, a lot of his early films, when he had, curiously, a very strong Aussie accent, considering he's from upstate New York and didn't spend his childhood in Australia. So somehow he really, it took hold of him really quickly. How he got there, I don't know how. I only know how to drag the words out like that. It's the best I can do with a Aussie accent. Can't quite do it like the real ones do it. Lovely work, Julian. Indeed. And DeLoreans. Andy M says, we have the same bin. I have the same bin too. It's a very popular brand. A rainbow gives us hope. Perfect. That's just fine. Just sent you one for the Gallery of Bashtards, a birthday present for Louise from a good friend in Poland. It's absolutely beautiful. And who doesn't want like a curiosity from Poland? Absolutely incredible. Because you can't find those. That's great. I'm so happy to show it. And Louise deserves it. Happy birthday, beautiful Louise, to you. I'm binge watching a new series. Everybody says it's great. Okay. You know what it's on? Here it's on a show, a network called Peacock. And we just had the Golden Globe Awards. And the big joke of the night was, and people would find it if it weren't on Peacock. I subscribe to so many stuff. I don't have Peacock. It's crazy town. I just had a mental image of Dirk's very gleefully taking every box when he moves to Italy, running outside of the house and laying them around, see how many cats he can bring in. Well, luckily for me, when I get to Italy, oh God, yeah, there's cats everywhere. They're everywhere. Mel went to the NIDA acting school in Sydney. The beginning of his career was I know all that. I know. But how did he acquire that accent? I think he moved there when he was 14. So by the time you're 14, I think your accent is pretty much set in stone, right? I'm pretty sure. Unless he just, just got hit with the Aussie stick hard. I don't know. But yeah, I know, because I've seen all those great movies. I remember one of my favorites was, and one of the only films I like with Diane Keaton was Mrs. Soulful. Because I'm not a fan of her acting at all. That's just me. No hate mail, please. Even as Kay, yes, even as Kay, I'm like, she's so weak compared to everybody else. She's doing scenes with geniuses, and I'm like, but she was good in Mrs. Soulful. She's been good in a couple of things. But anyway, guys, that's my show. Thank you so very much. Thank you for everybody. Thanks, all our love and thoughts. And I hate saying thoughts and prayers, but our actions were out there. If you have any inclination or can help out, you can call up the Red Cross. There's the link to that. That's for helping out. You can volunteer your time or whatever. Or if you got $5 or $10, it doesn't have to be a lot of money. PasadenaHumane.org. Wildly this is for the pets, this is for the cats and the dogs and the coyotes and the mountain lions that are coming down from the hills and begging people for water. They're actually doing that because they know that they need help, and it's so sad. So go in peace to love and serve the Bash. You guys rule the world. It's Sunday Mass, so I don't talk dirty at this time. I don't say mean things at the end of the show, like, but anyway, thanks, guys. Go in peace to love and serve the Bash.
The choir sweet hymn.